Who have you known to be with 4 different girls on the same show? Who? Toby. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing okay and everyone is doing well. As you know, the Casa Amor guys are back and the recoupling has begun, so there is a lot for us to unpick and unpack in today's review. So as I usually and I always say, if you haven't yet subscribed, of course be sure to, but please to get cozy and comfortable with your heart Ribena and your snacks, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of this review. Like I said yesterday, the sun just keeps coming and going, so I'm going to keep going from chocolate to chocolate. Somewhere here, Lillie. Okay, so starting off with Chloe and Dale. So Chloe was the first person that was chosen to recouple. Was I surprised? No, because I feel like Dale was the only Casa Amor boy that she's actually given attention to, but Dale did make it very clear that he is also interested in Faye, so I feel like that was actually quite interesting. I don't know, I feel like from Dale I get quite boring and flat vibes. Like, I don't know if I feel like he's as interested in Chloe as she thinks that he is. I also feel like that's actually quite humbling for Chloe as well. Like, Chloe came on the show saying, oh, you know, I sleep with married men and she was the new bombshell and all this type of stuff, and literally like she went from being the girl that everyone wanted to the girl that even the guy that she likes was just like, yeah, I don't even know if I'm that interested in you. But yeah, Chloe ended up picking Dale. They are now a couple in the villa, and yeah, interesting choice. Moving on to Hugo and Amy. Amy, of course, secured her visa into the villa quick time. I already said it in yesterday's video. If you haven't yet had a watch, I don't actually think that Amy is that interested in Hugo. I just feel like she saw it as low-key a free ticket to get into the villa because there was no other girl in Casa Amor that was showing interest, and I have to rate it. I honestly have to rate her work ethic because at the end of the day, it is a game show. Hugo, again, honestly, I just feel like that speech was just, I honestly feel like that speech was pants. Like, he was just like,
oh, you know, from day one, you know, I've been waiting for a girl to come to the villa, and you know, I've met Amy and now she's sitting with my feet.
You guys already know how I feel about Hugo. As the episodes have gone on, I'm literally just like, get him out of that villa. I also do feel like he probably sees Amy as being out of his league, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of feel like from the Hugo, I get the vibe that he's the type that he's very conscious of what his friends say about his girl, and I feel like because he knows that Amy is quote unquote out of his league, he's definitely going to try and keep her on, like try and romance her, do this and do that. But I feel like the friend zone is coming very quickly. Amy secured her spot in the villa. We have to respect the work rate because she definitely did what needed to be done. But yeah, I don't feel like they're gonna last. Or even if they do last, she's just staying and playing the game because she knows that Hugo will be her ticket to end up winning. But I don't feel like Hugo's gonna win anyway, so yeah. All right, so moving on to Tobias and Mary, guys. At this point, I honestly just feel like they need to give Toby an award, because in the 7 seasons of Love Island, who have you known to be with 4 different girls on the same show? Who? Toby. I don't know what these girls are seeing in Toby. I honestly feel like Mary just saw him as a free and easy ticket to get into the villa, because Toby just gives weak. Toby gives weak because every single girl that comes into the villa, his head is just turning and twisting and turning and twisting. Honestly, I think the funniest bit of that of the speech was Toby saying, oh yeah, I thought Abigail would crack on, you know, there's 6 new beautiful boys. Instead of you to take accountability and be like, oh, maybe you thought Abigail wouldn't have cracked on because we haven't known each other for that long, you're there saying, oh, you know, there's 6 beautiful boys that she could have got to know. Toby is actually just unserious. Mary as well. Oh, blood in my actual eyes. She was just like,
yeah, you know, like, I feel sorry for the girl.
The girl has a name. I already said this yesterday as well. Abigail is a clown. Abigail is a clown. Abigail is a clown. I'm sorry. You are sleeping on the daybed for Tobias, of all people. And that's what I mean. I feel like Abigail must be playing the game, because you need to remember how quickly you got Toby off of Chloe. So what makes you think, and that was in 1 day, right? So what on earth makes you think that Tobias will be in Casa Amor for that many days and not come back with another girl, yet you were sleeping on the daybed and collecting bugs for what? So tonight's recoupling is going to be Faye, Liberty, Kaz and Millie. Starting off with Faye, I don't actually think Teddy's going to recouple, even though in yesterday's episode he did pull Clarisse for a chat, and I don't actually understand why, because like Casa Amor is ending. Teddy, what exactly are you doing? But I do feel like Teddy is definitely going to come back single. But because of the postcard, I actually do think Faye is going to recouple up with Sam. She did say that Sam is so funny, he rips her a new bumhole or arsehole or something like that, which was quite interesting. I've never heard anyone say that before, but yeah, basically that he's just really funny, and that was a problem that she had with Teddy. She was expressing to the girls, don't know why I'm speaking so fast, I need to calm down, but she was expressing to the girls that she doesn't feel like Teddy is that funny. So maybe maybe the postcard was a good thing because it gave Faye a way out from a situation that she didn't actually want to be in. But it's just a shame because Teddy, of course, is going to come back single and Faye possibly will recouple. But I don't know. I don't actually know. I still don't believe that Love Island should have done Teddy like that. I said it in yesterday's video. They done him dirty, and I feel like even if they showed him and Jake in the daybed for the postcard, I don't actually feel like Faye would have felt the urge to recouple or crack on with Sam. But then at the same time, I don't feel like we see much of her and Sam, so I'm really 50-50 about Faye. I don't really know if she's going to recouple or not. Moving on to Liberty, we already know that Jake is coming back single, and like I said, guys, I know I have been saying a lot of bad things about Jake and stuff like that, but the way the producers manipulated that postcard so much, I actually won't be surprised if Jake has actively been speaking about Liberty in Casa Amor, but they've literally just been cutting all of those clips out because they don't want us to maybe take a liking to Jake. But yeah, Jake is definitely coming back single. Liberty is going to remain single as well. So yeah, they're just going to get back together as girlfriend and boyfriend. But I'm low-key warming up to Jake. I can't lie. I did know he played a game, and I do know many people do see him as a snake, but I feel like the Love Island producers are also quite snaky as well. So I won't actually be surprised if there's many clips that we would have loved to see that they've just basically taken off our screens. So yeah. Moving on to Kaz, Matthew and Tyler. Guys, I don't know if Kaz is going to recouple with Matthew, but in all honesty, I want her to recouple up with Matthew because even if Tyler comes back single, he does not deserve. Many people have actually been speculating as well that Matthew may try to pull a Greg 2.0, and it must be cracked because if he does that, he knows the public are definitely going to come for him. But yeah, I do like Kaz and Matthew together. I just feel like in order for Kaz to remain safe and so that she's not standing there alone or looking stupid, I do feel like she does need to couple up with Matthew just to kind of secure her spot, because Tyler has been Tylering and doing that absolute most in Casa Amor. Moving on to Tyler, guys, I don't even know. One thing that's for sure though is that Clarisse has been grafting her way into the villa. When the door was closed for Teddy, she most definitely did jump onto Tyler, and Tyler accepted and took her in with open arms. Personally, I feel like maybe Tyler really wants to get with Clarisse because he knows who she is, like in terms of her social status, her ex-boyfriend being Alex Owaby, a professional football player. So maybe he kind of sees bagging Clarisse as like, you know, like quite like, you know, a trophy kind of thing. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, is he just having fun in Casa Amor knowing that he's going to come back to Kaz because he knows that Kaz is the type to stay loyal? But that's why I don't want Kaz to stay loyal, because you cannot disrespect someone on such a level and then even if you decide not to recouple, come back into the villa and think that Kaz is just going to be standing there. But also in the same breath, I do definitely feel like Tyler is capable, okay? Tyler is very, very, very capable of coming back into the villa with Clarisse. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. And lastly, moving on to Liam, Millie or Lillie. Guys, at this point, I just don't even know. Like, clearly Liam and Lillie got very, very, very comfortable in yesterday's episode, and you know, they were doing a little something. But personally, I feel like Liam is actually the type to come back into the villa single and kind of try to play, oh, you know, like, yeah, like, I've missed you, Millie, But in all honesty, I feel like that's actually worse than you coming back in a couple, because you were doing the absolute most and you would... I don't know, this is the thing, you need to understand that even though they're not in a like full-on relationship, you don't have to just cheat physically. Cheating is also emotional as well, and all the emotions that you're giving to Lillie, Millie does not deserve somebody like that. On top of that, he's 21 years old. I feel like his age, like I said in yesterday's video, was seeping through like a stain on linen. In all honesty, I won't be surprised if Liam comes back into the villa acting single, and if that is the case, I need them to expose him very quickly, or I need the boys to snitch, because Millie does not deserve. I also wrote down that the Love Island boys are actually not serious, like, and this is why you have to make sure that your partner's friends are logical people that can actually give solid advice. Liam was sitting in the midst of all of them, talking to them about, oh, you know, like, yeah, like, you know, my heart's with Millie, They were all discouraging it. How are you discouraging your guy telling you that his heart and his feelings is with Millie, but you want him to crack on with a new girl just for the sake of his last holidays? Even Tobias was like, oh yeah, you know, like, Millie's my best mate, but what do you mean but? What do you mean but? But in all honesty, I just feel like Liam, I don't understand his point of coming back single, because he was doing the absolute most in Casa Amor. And if you're going to be mad in Casa Amor, then at least just move mad and be bold with it and let Millie deal with it after, rather than you coming back into the villa acting like, oh yeah, Millie, I've missed you, I've done this, I've done that, when she barely crossed your mind whilst you were in Casa Amor because you were doing the deed with Lily Lou. Yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on that episode. In all honesty, I am ready for tonight. I'm so ready for tonight. If all of them acted like that because of Tobias, I can only imagine what they're going to do if Tyler and Liam come back in a new couple. That is going to be insane scenes. But I do feel like Love Island definitely, they gave us like the ones we didn't really care about today, which is fine. I feel like tonight's episode is really going to give everything that it's supposed to give. So yeah, 100% here for tonight. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions and also commentary on the show below as well. So please feel free to comment down below. But as I usually and I always say, if you haven't yet subscribed, of course be sure to. But please do take care, and I shall see you in our next one. Bye.
Ride, 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 ride.